So after years of what women had favorable odds in custody battles, now men, they're winning a lot of the time. Sandra, have you heard about this?
I have, and I think the problem now is women are professionally doing so well, and they're making a lot more money. They have a lot more obligations in the workplace as well as at home. So it's hard to leave your position now. If you're a high-powered attorney, how do you turn your back on that since you went to school and you became an attorney and you've gone through all this? Now you have a high-powered career. How do you give that up? And if it is for the sake of your kids, some women have to make that choice now, and it's a very difficult one to make.
Yeah.
What happens when a judge makes that choice for you?
Right.
You know, like in
It
the
can
case
turn
of
out
Kelly
bad.
Weatherford.
It can be
Kelly
bad.
Weatherford.
Okay,
Yeah.
the actress Kelly
Yeah.
Weatherford.
Well,
That story was
does-
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Her kids were taken away from her and brought to another country, all because the judge said, "Oh, well, you're a successful actress, and you can go back and forth. It's easier for you to go
Right.
back and
They're
forth."
now in
than
France.
and they're in
Right.
France, and they're
Because
American
she's the breadwinner,
citizens.
yeah.
Because she's the breadwinner. Because
Exactly.
she has a
Well,
successful
at
career.
the same
She was
time,
penalized.
is it not fair? I mean, it was like that for men in reverse, and it still is most of the time. Courts do still favor the mother. Most of the time, we still have the upper hand. It's just a new turnover because of the fact that the tender years doctrine was abolished in 1994.
But in the case of when men are seeking primary custody,
Right. It depends on the
50,
situation.
No, over 50% of the time, when a man is seeking primary custody, he wins.
No, that's not what the document said. It said most of the times he's going to seek full-time custody, not that he wins, because that's not actually true. If you do your research, they don't always win. It's starting to turn over in their favor only because of the fact that they turn over the economy, men not working or getting laid off, and women being
or
the breadwinners.
wanting to be
And
home
or
with
wanting
their
to be
kids.
home people. But home parenting. But since the beginning of time, for the most part, women have been at home. We've taken care of the kids. The men have been the breadwinners. And a lot of times in court case situations, they lose. They lose out on their kids. A lot of times they have women who won't let them see their children. They're paying all this food. They want to see them, but women are spiteful sometimes. So the thing is that it's just kind of turning over. The tides are just starting to change so that they're not always getting the bad end of the stick when it comes to their children sometimes.
I definitely think that, the only positive thing is that, now both parents have to present themselves as who's the better parent? Like, who should these kids really be with? Because there are a lot of great men out there who are great dads who care for their kids.
Right.
But the hard part is that, yes, I mean, when you're, for men as well who, maybe were out there and thinking, well, I'm doing the best for my family, and now I'm being hurt because of it.
Right.
I'm getting my family
It's a
taken
tough
away.
call. It really is a tough call for both parties involved. It
I'm
always
glad
is.
to hear that there are men fighting for their kids
I
instead of
love
all these
that.
deadbeat dads that are out
Absolutely.
there, So, I mean, it is kind of a
I
good
hope
change
that
in that
somebody
sense.
is actually paying some attention to the children, though, in this case,
Of
too.
course,
And
their
that-
needs.
Exactly. Maybe they're not just listening to the father or the mother in this case, but somebody is representing the children, because I think
that's what-
so often
that's what
they're
it is,
getting
though. They're saying,
overlooked.
well, he's home more often, or his job doesn't require as much of him as your job does, so he's better fit because he can be there. And when it comes to raising kids, it is best sometimes to be there as much as you can, rather than having your child be a latchkey kid. You know what I mean? So.
And it's difficult to have the kids. You can't bring a kid into court and say, who do you want to be with,
Right.
mommy or
Right.
daddy?
Fair.
I mean,
It's
that is not
fair
fair
to
to
children
them.
to
So
do that. I
it's
really
really,
think kids benefit from both parents. They really do.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to make a child make a choice like that. It's not. It's
Or
not
a
something you wanna
country,
do.
in the case of
Yes.
Kelly.
Yeah. Well, in Kelly's case, she had a contract commitment too, so you can't get out of a contract. She's on a show. Again, her hands are tied. What
so
can she
tough.
do?
Her hands are tied.
Right.
Well, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for more Every Way Woman after the break.